Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Triquetra campaign. We are on session 10, which, by the way, happy year anniversary to most people in this chat.
Wow.
We started on the 18th of September, I think, last year. So that is quite exciting. So we are here for session 10. And before we get started, let's just go ahead and do our typical voice check / voice reminder for people to see what characters we're doing, starting at the top. Ladies first.
Sorry. I'm Cooper. I'm playing Rida, and she is a Shen samurai.
Hey, I'm Nick, and I'm playing Cornelius, the rogue human.
I am Jake, and I am playing Silky Johnson, the Goblin Archwizard.
Extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire, sorry, yes. He's also extraordinaire. Don't forget.
I'm Miles. I'm playing Pot, the Dragonborn Paladin, Vengeance Paladin. And
Whoa.
he is...
He doesn't sound like himself.
Yeah, he... His balls dropped and his voice got a little deeper.
All right.
And I'm George. I play Ivarin, the very sarcastic elven wizard.
All right, and I am Nite, aka Dimitri. I am the Dungeon Master. And let's go ahead and pick things up with a correction that I am kind of sad that I missed. I don't know why, but it's actually for something 2 sessions ago. Regarding when you're fighting the Scorched Man, and when he was reappearing, I said that the old copy was killing himself, but it should have been the new copy, because that just didn't make sense. So I don't know how I didn't catch that earlier, but it was the new copies that were killing themselves, and so at the end you were basically left with the original one standing. So sorry about that. As I mentioned before, for our viewers, there are going to be some corrections now and then, seeing that this is a time travel campaign. So the further we go down the rabbit hole, I expect there will be more and more corrections. So sweet. So with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and jump into our recap here for session 10. So previously on the Triquetra, attempting to return to their own timeline after being marooned in the distant past, the group meets 2 travelers, Sun and Wind, on a quest for the ominous Boom Boom, to describe a place where magic can be learned, which the group hopes to use to get back to the prism in 2619. Arriving at the stone's circle, the group learns of a shaman called Psychic that tells them that the stones contain potent magical energy. Inspection of the stones confirms this and reveals high levels of concentrated magic of all disciplines. Attempting to experiment with the source, the party inadvertently violently murders the shaman and scares off their travel companions. Ivarin pieces together that he can prime the stones using an ancient tome he has been carrying around. The link disturbs Ivarin, but eventually he decides to use the book to activate the circle. Activating it reveals a spectral staircase that leads up as far as they could see into the sky. Fighting off a couple of spectral guardians, the group agrees that the only way forward is up. They begin to ascend the seemingly infinite staircase and eventually find themselves high up in the clouds. Pressing on, they soon leave their planet behind as the staircase continues. Eventually, the group comes upon a spectral cage that seems to imprison a young woman who introduces herself as Mira. She says that she has been imprisoned here by one of the gods, Adeline, many years ago. However, the party decides to free Mira to potentially gain her aid. They discover that Mira is actually Izumira, the true dragon of the cosmos. Mira takes the party on a journey through the astral sea. They see galaxies form and dissipate, colossal dragon heads forming stars, and a cosmic web that extends farther than they have ever imagined. Silky becomes mesmerized by their surroundings and falls over the wing of Mira. Following for quite some time, he eventually finds himself in a room resembling a glowing white box filled with all sorts of strange creatures. He appears to find himself in a meeting of some sorts. Their leader, a man wearing fine dress suit and a top hat, introduces himself as Elsvixior, notices Silky and becomes curious that he was there. Eventually, he is impressed by Silky's trickery and bullshittery and offers him a job. However, Silky turns down the offer and asks to be returned to his friends. Reunited with the group, they journey to the edge of the astral sea, where a tree sits upon the edge of a waterfall. They discover the place to be guarded by similar beings as Mobius, a mysterious man they met outside of the prism. They seem to have little patience for the group and blame Mira for bringing the group there. However, reluctantly, they agree to send the group back to the rightful place. So that is where we left off last time. You guys basically, so what happened right before we left off was one of these creatures used their sword to basically cast some sort of effect or spell that kind of multiplied what you were seeing around yourself. Remember the boxes kind of multiplying in all directions? And you just blinked out and blinked back in the prism. It's not a similar effect to what you've been experiencing with the teleportation, or what is it, time travel that you've been experiencing. So it is kind of more instantaneous, and you're kind of surprised by the effect, and it doesn't make you quite as sick. But at the same time, yeah, you find yourselves back at the prism. At first, it looks very similar, but you quickly realize that something is off, and you actually don't see Hugo or oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Riggs. Yeah, you don't see Hugo or Riggs, and in fact, you're seeing a bunch of familiarly dressed individuals who you recognize to be members of the Forsaken.
Uh-oh.
What?
These assholes again.
Before we kick this off, I'm just going to immediately assume there's some timey-wimey shit going on. Can I look around for any other stop. If there are any other obvious changes. I'd be looking for some, if it's not too many meta, I'm looking for some obvious metaverse, alternate reality changes. Are we in a Forsaken camp now instead of the prism kind of stuff? Have we changed something inadvertently?
So no, you don't think you're in anywhere. So you do think you are in the prism, but you.
I'll rephrase. Is the prism no longer our Triquetra place? Is it a Forsaken prism? Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can make an insight, I guess. Let's do an insight check.
First
Million
today.
Holy
Wow, that is that is
Incredible.
the greatest roll I've ever seen.
I will just turn to my team and I'll whisper, we're in a different timeline. We've changed everything.
Yeah, as I start to come to, I just kind of speak out. My head hurts. Who put hair in my water?
What?
Who put the Hera in my water? I saw all sorts of crazy things. Seemed like we were out in some prehistoric lands, and then
I'll shake him and I'll be like, we're in your time now, Cornelius.
my time.
It's the only explanation.
Time to fix things. Let's go.
Well,
Barnes
as
gonna
you...
grab Silky by the shoulders and give him a light slap across the face and say, "Get yourself."
As you pop out and as you kind of gather yourselves, they notice you first, and so by the time you gather yourselves, you're actually quickly swarmed by the Forsaken and encircled. You kind of push towards the edge of the wall. And you see or hear somebody else walk up, and you see that the jackal appears from behind the encircling group. And he
Go ahead.
says, well, well, well. How the tables have turned.
Oh, motherfucker.
And yeah, he just pauses for a moment and then says, well, take them down to the cells with the rest of them.
How long have we been going? Like, well, I guess there's no way to know.
I look at the others and just say, who is this knucklehead?
Oh, he's an old friend.
Friend?
Yeah, maybe we're not friends anymore, though.
I think we are decidedly not friendly with this dude. Like we like.
Use the term friend loosely.
Well, we like we kicked his ass before. How is he back here?
You guys put him
That's
in
a
the
great
prison.
question.
Right, but how, so did he escape?
Probably.
Motherfucker. And we don't see any of our Triquetra guys around, huh?
Nope.
Excellent. Great. Huge fan.
So, a couple or 5 of the Forsaken take your weapons from you and begin tying ropes around your wrists. And they take your bags and your equipment from you.
Lovely.
Can you please be careful with that? My tattoo supplies are in there.
Yeah, the jackal says, make sure you take the jewelry from the magical folk too.
Oh.
So they search you and they take everything from you, your focuses and stuff like that.
When they're doing the ropes, can I do like the old Houdini thing where like he kind of like, spread his arms a little bit so that it was a little looser, but still seemed tight, so that made it easier for him to escape later?
Sure, do a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Don't roll zeros. Oh, pretty close.
Hold on. I've got my what is it? Where is it? Is it this thing? Yeah, my side bolstered knack. I'm gonna roll a d6 and see if that turns it into a potential success. No, I guess not.
Wow, we are starting off great.
On the
All
bright
ones
side, I
and
get to keep the
twos
die.
today. All right, so yeah, they tied pretty nice and tight, and in fact, you can't wiggle your hands much at all. And they take you down to the cells, and as you're walking through, you see a bunch more of the Forsaken throughout the compound. But you do spot one individual who doesn't appear to belong, or not quite the same, dressed, not similarly dressed as the other Forsaken. Basically, he's wearing these dark robes, and his whole body, instead of tattoos and stuff like that, it's painted all over by this kind of charcoal-looking goo. So he's just covered. You don't see any hair on his top. He's bald, so everything is just covered by this charcoal kind of substance. As you're led down into the prison cells, you see that about half of them are empty. You see a couple of the Forsaken guards in separate cells, and they actually, or the Forsaken. Wait, what did I say? Forsaken? Your Triquetra guards, and the Forsaken lead you to a cell that actually is occupied by Hugo and Riggs, and they push you into the cell and close
Excellent.
it behind. Hugo looks up. He seems to be fairly rugged, hair overgrown, more grown than you remember it. Riggs is lying on one of the benches in the cell, and she doesn't appear to move much at all. Like, you actually don't see her move when you enter at all. And then Hugo just like slumped back on the wall, looks up at you, and doesn't say anything.
Ivarin says, "Nice to see you arranged a party for our return."
Bitch. Like, and to be clear, Hugo looks like he's like has been misgroomed for a while.
Hugo.
Yeah. Like he looks like as in like a lot of time has passed, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, looking at his beard growth, can we estimate like it's been a month or like
Insight
how long?
check.
For all of us, or just
You can do Rita and
Jesus.
Silky.
can we fucking get our shit together, please? Insight. Oh boy. Oh
Hell.
my god, you guys.
I'm just okay, game's over.
I'm just not going to make any skill checks at all today.
Yeah, I think we're just done here.
TBK. In the cell. Yeah, so no, you just imagine some time has passed, and he pauses and looks at you and says, "Where the hell have you been?"
I'm gonna whisper back just to be clear, when we left last, he was in a cell,
Who? The jackal?
right?
Yes, he escaped, and he brought back friends. and
Well,
more.
yes, that part seems obvious, but I guess what I'm more curious about is you had him again in a cell. How did he escape? This is not a small building.
He tricked one of the guards and killed him and escaped during the night.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
how long ago was that?
Oh, it's hard to keep track of time when you're locked up in a cell, but I'm guessing close to 2 years ago.
Oh my god.
What? Okay.
So
You've
wait,
been gone for a long time.
Yeah, we have.
Holy shit. I'll say, this may be the wrong time. But did the plague still happen?
Oh, it happened, all right.
I figured. It couldn't hurt to ask. Well,
Looking at Riggs, does she look like, I know she's not really moving, does she look like sick or injured, or does she just sort of look like she's not paying attention?
Yeah, as you're talking to Hugo, Riggs like stirs a little bit and rolls over a little, and Hugo actually moves from his position a little bit, whereas before he was just looking up at you, and he like moves a little bowl or like little pot on the ground, and as Riggs rolls over, she just spurts blood out of her mouth
Okay.
into the bucket
that's not good. Spurts from where?
from the mouth.
Oh. Gross. Does someone want... I don't really
is
want...
she, like, what happened? Is she okay? Like, what's going on?
Can I assess what's wrong with her?
Sure, yeah, you can do a medicine check.
Sure. And I also realized I still have exhaustion shot, so I should be doing this at disadvantage. But I think
Ooh.
a 21 might still be okay, right?
That's a little better.
Finally.
So medically, you just see a bunch of injuries on this goblin. Like her eyes are clearly like there's pus from underneath the bandages around her eyes, where you imagine the eyes to be. But I think you guys discussed and you know that she's probably blind. And also you just see all these scars all over, abrasions, bruises, and just generally like she is in a very bad state. You're not quite sure though what the nature or the cause of this state is though. But as you kind of look over her and as Hugo, as she finishes vomiting blood, Hugo says she all the time experimentation has not taken kindly to her. She was using the remnants of the rune of knowledge to sustain her, what was left of herself. But when they took it away, she started to slowly deteriorate. I don't think she has much time left.
Haha. Oh.
That's bad.
This is, as they say in my country, a big fucking deal. So
Quick question. Do you think she has enough time left to
send us back.
send us back a couple of years and prevent this from happening?
Oh,
He
I love
says,
it.
Even if she could, they took away the rune of knowledge. We can't send you back. And even if we could, changing this moment would alternate you coming back here. Could possibly cause a paradox. Time.
Isn't that
time
what
takes-
we've been working on doing the whole time, though?
Not quite. If your mission were to succeed, obviously it would not matter because it would erase the timeline. But right now we haven't solved the issue.
Wait, you mean to say that the rune of knowledge is still together?
No, we only had a piece of it. But it was enough for for Riggs to sustain herself and to send you guys back. But we knew that it was going to eventually run out of its potency, but we hoped that the mission would succeed by now. But time is a cruel mistress. It takes what it wants, doesn't care.
If you don't mind me asking, you said a piece of the rune. What happened to the rest of it?
We don't know. We don't know where the rest of it is.
Ivarin turns to the group and says, "What about Mobius? I mean, another of his kind sent us here. Maybe he could send us back."
He probably could. We just would have to escape here successfully and then go find him, assuming that he's in the same place we left him years ago.
Well, right, but I mean, we need a goal to make a plan, right?
For sure, yeah.
Yep.
Hugo says, I don't think that's an option. Returning back and fixing this essentially would cause your own past to possibly break. There's no knowing what could happen. You could disappear from existence. Yes, there's always risks.
If disappearing from existence is what it takes to fix things, I don't feel like I have much time left anyways. Look at me.
I mean, that's been a risk the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have already kind of like settled on that bad boy.
In either case, we would need to find a way out of here, and we've been stuck here for close to 2 years now.
Is this the same cell that that the party threw me in the first day that they met me when I tumbled out of the portal?
Not the same one. This is where the jackal was,
Okay. Is it
but it's
built the same?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you continue talking, you were brought here by the Forsaken Guards, but you see the jackal come down the stairs, and he motions to a couple of guards, and they open the door, and they walk towards you, Silky, and they take you by the arms, and they bring you out of the cell, close the door behind.
Where are we going, guys?
They just hold you tight in front of the jackal, force you down to your knees, and the
Okay.
jackal just right hooks you across the face. That's for my brother.
I'm gonna laugh. I can tell you. I'm gonna say, wait, hold on. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna check my notes. Did we know he had a brother? Did we kill his brother?
Yeah, probably.
Unless did he? And that's right. Is this like a twin brother situation? Do you guys
You
remember?
don't even know his name.
Well, I mean, it's probably not as striking as the jackal. I mean, that's
He left hooks you.
ah.
Uh-oh.
I like spit out a tooth. Careful. That much tickling, I'm liable to throw up my lunch.
By the way, you take 8 damage from that.
Fine. Fuck you.
He says his name was Brendan.
Brandon?
Brendan.
If Arn looks,
I'm laughing out of in character in his face. I'm like, so just so I get this right, when you were born, whatever like half-baked, like I'm sure like misshapen lump of clay mother you had that's like just popped you out, named you the jackal, and your brother was named Brendan?
He knees you in the chest and knocks your wind out for 3 more damage.
And I'll kind of like, I think I probably throw up a little bit, but I will look up at him and I'll say, man, so are you jealous of your brother because he got a real name, or are you mad because, or I don't know, that must be really hard, family dynamics and all that.
He was the only family I had left, and you killed him without even
I killed
letting him
Brendan.
defend himself.
Oh, well, you know, wasteland and all that.
He hits you one more time across the face for 4 more damage, and
all right.
then he flicks his head at the guards, and they throw you back in the cell.
This motherfucker. As they drag me off, I'll say, I enjoyed this tickling competition. Next time I get to go first.
He just looks at you. They lock the door, and the jackal walks away.
How badly like beaten it do I look from all that?
You don't look as bad as Riggs does, but you definitely have a little blood trickling down your nose, and you definitely feel it for sure, still in your chest and across your face.
Okay. As they like throw me to the floor, I'm gonna like look up at Ivar and be like, do you guys remember killing someone named Brendan?
No.
I don't exactly go around collecting the names of the people we kill.
And I kind of like shrug on the ground. I'm like, neither do I. But like, he didn't even ask me any questions. He just beat the shit out of me.
Hugo says Brendan was his brother, the Scorpion.
Oh my god, his name
Oh,
is
that
Brendan. And I shrugged. I'm like, why would he go by his? I mean, well, whatever. Like, why take a name as edgy as the Scorpion or the Jackal, and then refer to them as Brendan? And I think I probably just like pass out. I've been beaten with an inch of my life just now. So like I'll just be like, you guys figure it out. I'm gonna take a small nap.
Was this other guy's tattoos just as bad as his brother's?
Oh, Dave Cornelius up there next. Let's roast this guy to death.
Yeah, pretty much just as bad. If Arn's gonna move to the entrance to the cell, what does the entrance look like? Is it like just a door, or is it like bars?
The cell itself is bars, yeah.
Okay, so easy to see through then.
Yeah.
How far down the hall can I see? Can I spot out any guards or anything?
The cells are like next to each other, and the walls in between them are actually bars as well. So you're able to see pretty much the whole room and into the other cells. So you see basically 4 guards down here, and also you can see up the staircase until it kind of disappears out of view.
4 guards. Are they like down the hall? Like, I imagine the cells
2 of
are
them
set
are
up in
near
like
the entrance, and 2 of them are throughout the room, or like next to the
Okay.
cells. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Are we gonna be able to get Hugo and Riggs out of here?
I don't know.
Because like maybe Hugo, but like Riggs sounds like she's like jiggity jacked up.
I mean, I can carry her easily. She's pretty small.
Okay. And the plan is gonna be like to bust out of here and try and find Mobius.
Yeah. I mean,
well, that's one option. I mean, yes, we have to get out of here, but the question is, where are we going after that?
Right.
Doesn't sound like Mobius will be able to help us. At least not help us with going back in time at all.
I mean, could we try and go to like the teleportation, like the time travel area, and like get up another push back in time? Would that be crazy?
Which area?
Oh, like in the prism. Like is that just gone?
I think like Riggs can't, like, she needs the whatchamacallit, the rune. Like, she cannot perform the time travel mechanic without the rune.
Well,
does Hugo happen to know where it's being kept? Probably not.
The rune, the part of the rune.
Yeah.
Hugo says, when the Forsaken came, they weren't alone. There were 15 men with them, men and women. They call themselves the messengers.
What
Wait.
did they look like?
They all wore similar dark robes, and they were covered with paint, dark paint.
There's at least one of them still here.
Mm-hmm.
They took the rune, and they've been asking questions about it. They've been trying to figure out a way how to use it.
Have you like ever heard of this group before they came in here?
No, I do not know, but they seemed to know exactly what it was and knew exactly what they wanted to use it for.
All right. Well, I have Misty Step, which is only a verbal component spell. So, I mean, I can get out of here at least if we can figure out a way to distract the guards or get other people into the fight.
I have one other idea, but I don't know if it's a good idea.
Well, we're just
Um,
brainstorming here, so go ahead and throw it out.
Well, if we could trigger Pot to transform, that might give us an advantage.
But we are locked inside this cage with him, right?
Yeah, we are. I don't mean to trigger it like right now, but
Okay, all right.
we might be able to use that to our advantage. I don't know like if that's a good idea because I don't think he can like control that very well. But
So,
I
what
don't know.
happened in the past? Did you find it?
Drugs. Pretty sure.
Why did you fail?
Well, fail's kind of like a strong word, I feel like.
Yeah, I would say.
I mean, we're in like we learned a lot of information. We discovered what we think is the origin of the plague and discovered like who's connected to it. But before we could act on that information, we were kind of like kidnapped and thrown back in time, it seems. And we had to find our way back, and like this is, I guess, where we ended up. We didn't really have much control over it.
I'm pretty sure it was drugs.
It may have been drugs.
Did you find Termo? What did he say?
Yes. He said he didn't care about us because he was better than everyone else. At least that's kind of how it came across.
So then what
Yeah,
happened?
he was not very helpful.
No.
So what happened after that? You just came
I
back
think-
here?
We got kidnapped.
I think that's where the drugs came in. It seemed like we were all in a fight, and with some weird Reaper type fella, and then we all died, and then woke up in the Stone Age, and then we went to space. It was a weird time.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
And
happened.
then we went to space.
You went
Yeah, I
to
mean, if it was
space?
drugs, we were all having the same hallucinations. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. You know how we live on a ball? Well, it turns out that there's a whole bunch of other balls out there
And they're not fat.
that other people live on. And so, through the power of this magical transport stone, we made a stairway off the ball. We met a cosmic dragon who flew us across the space in between the balls. And then-
Izumera, to be specific.
And then we met some creatures that are like Mobius. We've told you about Mobius. And they transported us instantaneously here.
And
So,
who's
so to
this
shortly
Mobius?
answer your question, I don't know that we have like per se like convinced Turbo or found the source of the plague. We've definitely done a lot of other cool stuff. So I mean, if that's technically failure, you know,
At least we were awesome while doing it.
Yes, I mean, I mean, you could make the argument that we failed. You know, I'm making kind of air quotes, failed to stop the plague, but we succeeded in, you know, learning a lot about our world, and so that surely will be helpful.
You didn't find the source?
Well, not yet, but that's
Not
obviously
in
still,
person.
Yeah, but that's where we are getting closer. Every single step we takes us closer to finding out.
Twice we sent you back in time, and you didn't see Termo do anything or hear him say anything?
He bought something from some sketchy black market person.
Oh?
Yeah, like a member of the Blackhawks. It's a decentralized underground group. It deals in like weapons and artifacts. Bought some like dark
Decentralized.
rituals from him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not
What
that
did
I
he buy?
remember.
Well, he bought a book of dark rituals. Rituals. And as I say this, I'm like, oh, this sounds bad. Sounds like we may have seen it happen. But once we confronted about him, he kind of was just like, screw you. And then we got jacked up by a member of the Infinite, which was also not great. And so, now that I'm saying it all out loud, maybe
Wait, you
we
found
should
the
go back to
Infinite?
that. Well, I mean, more like
The Infinite found us.
they found us, and then they just kind of really,
They really infinited all over us.
yes, we got, as they say in my country, riggedy wrecked.
But they left you alive?
Well, no, we died, but then we woke up in like prehistoric times.
They said,
You understand?
yeah, they said
Not
someone.
quite.
What? No, they were gonna kill us, but then they said someone higher up than them thought that we were special or wanted to make us leave on our own, see if we could escape on our own.
Which we did.
Which we did.
Yes, we found the boom boom.
So maybe.
Oh my god,
we
I'm
go-
just imagining all of this from Hugo's point of view. Just like, what the fuck are these people
like-
talking about?
I told you, drugs.
So when I asked them if they failed, the answer simply is just yes.
No, we didn't fail. We just haven't succeeded yet.
It's a process.
Give us a little credit.
We were really thinking this was a one-time mission with no return.
Well, if it was so easy, why didn't you do it then? If you could have done it in like one try.
We tried sending others, but they didn't survive the trip.
So we have been the most successful of anybody who has tried this.
True.
I suppose, but we are no closer to solving this. It seems like
We're
we have
way closer.
even more questions than when we started.
Beagle book from the Blackhawks. We know the source.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean this plague is obviously connected to, the original dragons. We know that it has something to do with this demonic book. So our goal was to destroy the book. Before we could do that, the Infinite came and jacked us up, but I still think that's like a decent plan.
Yeah.
I think we made a lot of progress.
Before he got the book, he was going to go to the bathroom. That's when we spoke to him. But we did it with our minds.
Everybody make a set of
I have a
constitution
question.
saves. But yeah, go ahead, ask your question.
What happened to Ozun?
Ozun, everybody make constitution saves. Ozun, when the attack happened, he must have been in the library. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him since the prism was taken.
So he could still be around.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully he escaped. So as your guys are up and in the cell, just to reiterate what your kind of symptoms have been, just general well-being has been slipping, and in particular, Rida, Ivar, and Cornelius, you guys feel like very, very poorly, and you begin to feel vertigo set in, and Rida, you actually when Riggs threw up, you also like that triggers you, and you vomit on the cell floor.
Yeah, also, unless anything has changed from last session, I think I have like 2 levels of exhaustion too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also.
So I'm probably actually passed out right now.
Yeah, you guys are definitely like slumped on the floor next to him, and very, very exhausted from everything.
Hey,
And-
question. Speaking of the exhaustion,
Mhm.
how am I supposed to what like out of game? Do I know how I'm supposed to get my 20 HP back?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, when you got hit by the in the last fight you guys had, you mean?
Yeah, I guess that was with the assassin clone dude.
No, I think that was with the spectral guards.
Oh yeah. It was at the top of the Boom Boom Mountain.
I mean, you can do an Arcana check to see if you know what they were and if you know what effect it was.
Hana? Okay.
You do not know what they did to you.
I'll give that a go.
Holy shit.
Man, y'all are rolling
These rolls are horrible.
God mode today.
I hope no one wanted to
By
progress
God
the
mode, you
story
mean
today.
Hades out of the underworld.
Wait, let's do a quick HP check because for some reason I have everybody at maximum.
Well, yeah,
Where-
we're at max. Our max is just
Mhm.
lower than what it should be.
I'm not at max.
Oh yeah, because
Oh,
you
you're
guys took a rest on the dragon. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hugo says it's getting worse, huh?
Yeah, it's always getting worse.
Yeah. That's what happens eventually. All the displacement catches up to you, and that's another reason why we don't have many jumps left.
All right, well, I guess we got to make the next one count however we manage to do it.
Yes.
Mhm.
But even if we manage to escape, we don't have enough men to protect ourselves. They killed most of the Triquetra when they attacked.
All right, well, we need to get out of this cell.
Yeah.
We need to figure out how we're going back in time. And we need to destroy that friggin' book
Yeah.
so that none of this actually happens.
Yep.
So, let's back to the future this shit. Let's see.
If we break out, could we go to the library? Like, if we think that maybe Ozun was in the library, like maybe he's still there.
That's an option.
Mhm.
Because before we break out, we need a way to get back, right? Like, there's no point in breaking out if we're just gonna be like
Yeah.
wandering on the wasteland. So I think that probably
We need
figure
to
out-
either find Ozun or also locate like the
Messengers.
remnant of the rune if we can, although I'm not sure.
Can we break out, take one of these guys hostage? I mean, like, I think like if I had to pick the most likely course of success to hold on, I'll phrase this differently. The most likely course of action to help us get back in time would be like taking the jackal prisoner, forcing him to tell us where the messengers are, because who would know better than him, and then getting the rune from the messengers.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, we could find some other kind of like time magic thing, but like I don't think we've got a long list of items that can do that. Like short of Ozun, who I think also still need the rune to do it, right? Like there's
No,
not.
we need the rune for sure.
So I think operationally we must find the messengers. Does that sound?
Yeah.
Or we find like Varan said, we find Mobius.
At this point, how lucid is Riggs?
Oh, she has not interacted with you at all. Like, you don't know if she's even there.
She's vomiting blood. I feel like she is like
she's out of commission.
like incipiently dying.
So as you're discussing, I imagine this takes, you guys are like resting and doing all that stuff. So I imagine it takes at least an hour or two as you're just there gathering yourselves. The jackal returns and he says, well, the messengers wish to thank you for providing the data they needed with your return.
Wait,
What?
do you mean to tell us that you're providing a message for the messengers? Kind
No.
of silly, isn't that their job to do
I
messages?
am bringing you to them. Time to go. He was actually with a couple of other guards, and they opened the door and start leading you up the stairs.
You may want to rethink your allegiances. They're having you do their job as well as yours.
Got
I am not a pawn. And he looks at you and then doesn't say anything else.
Well, tell them that. I'm not the one that you need to convince.
Yeah, it's like,
He or they lead you into the main hall, still tied up. Riggs is the only one they left behind, who goes there as well. And they lead you into the main hall where you see the more of those dark-robed men. They look kind of, actually, I don't know if I said this before, but they look kind of big and like muscular. And they're most of them are arranged in kind of like a double line, kind of like making like almost a path to the little dais that is in the middle of this room. And through it, there's one on the dais and another one walking through this center line towards him. And the one that's walking, he's actually, or she is actually, like almost like robed down, so like only like bare rags covering her. And her, she stops in front of the dais as one of the other members begin to wipe down the black charcoal substance off of her skin. And the man that's standing on top of the dais begins to say, our time has come. The ashes of yesterday washed away. You are prepared. Your mission is clear. You are part of the salvation. We will meet again in the Forest of Red when the blood has washed away. And they finish wiping off the charcoal, and he raises his hands, and a similar streak of the time stream opens up, and the woman steps through it and disappears.
would we be able to get a transcription of that?
Sure, yeah.
I'd
So we
ask-
saw this as we were walking by, or like we were like brought into
Sorry,
the
yeah, I
street?
didn't do a great job describing that. So they bring you into the room and they kind of put you off to the side, almost like they want you to witness this.
Okay.
And yeah, you're just there standing and watching with the guards surrounding you. Let me send this thing in the chat.
And this is a messenger being sent back.
Yeah, this is what you imagine the messenger that they were referring to as the messengers. Yes. Here it is.
And she like stepped into a time stream that looked like basically the same as, you know, what we've been using to travel.
Yes.
Okay.
And as she disappears, they chant something in a language you don't comprehend, and then they just
Sure.
kind of lower their
Do
arms,
I?
and the time stream closes, and the man on the dais looks towards you and
So
says,
very importantly, how long did they chant for?
This whole process probably took like 15 minutes.
Okay,
The
I start
chant was
casting.
like-
I will start ritual casting comprehend languages as soon as I realize they're chanting something in the background.
Can
that
you
I can't
cast
understand.
without like your focus though?
Oh, fuck me in the
I was gonna
ass.
say
It depends on the spell.
if the language is celestial, I would
uh,
understand it.
It's VSM. Yeah. I can't. Damn it.
Was the language celestial, perchance?
No.
Okay.
And it wasn't
Um,
draconic.
No, not draconic. Yeah, and as the process concludes, he looks at you guys and bows and says, "Thank you." And they all start exiting the room, and the jackal and the Forsaken start leading you back to the cells.
Ivarin turns over his shoulder and shouts at the charcoal dude. Wait, what the fuck is going on here?
They just calmly walk out of the room and don't look at you or respond.
And I'm gonna look at Jacko and say, I know they're called the messengers, but you sure look like a messenger boy, just bringing us here to watch their stuff.
Yeah. Also,
Who's
if
in-
the blood
who's in
washes
charge
away
here?
is
What'd you say?
if the blood washes away, is the forest still red? That's very confusing.
They throw you into the cell and lock you up once more.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Jackal says, "There will be more," and he starts walking away.
Can I cast Divine Sense?
Does it require you to have or material components?
Yeah, it does.
CSM?
Yeah, so they took all of your stuff away from you, so you don't have
I
your.
don't think it
casting
does.
ritual.
I think it's
No, it does
a
VSM.
class ability. No, I don't
So
think
Divine
isn't that like
Sense.
voice and it's just my class ability?
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
think it's a spell.
The
it's
presence of
just
strong
ability.
evil. You don't detect celestial fiends or undead.
Okay.
Did any of the guards have like a dagger sitting out of their on a holster or something that I could have seen when we were walking or being led?
Yeah, they all have weapons. Oh, and by the way, when the jackal came back, you saw his sword that you took from him on his hilt.
What?
So do they have like a dagger that's just kind of sticking out?
Yeah,
the guards?
they would have like a dagger or a sword, yeah.
So as we were being led back to the cell, I want to try to slip the dagger from one of the guards.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely try. I will say sleight of hand at disadvantage because your hands are tied up. And pretty tightly, actually.
Hold on. 16.
Ooh. Yeah, you managed to snatch a dagger.
Heck yeah. Okay. And then I just kind of do like the magician thing where I'd like hide the dagger, just kind of palm it and
Mhm.
have the blade against my wrist.
Yeah, do a I guess a sleight of hand stealth check for that one.
Do we round up or down on the averages for this? I don't remember.
Down.
Okay. So that's actually a little bit better than just regular sleight of hand.
Ooh. Yeah, you
Nice.
just fucking
Nailed it.
Houdini that shit.
Nice.
The dagger becomes part of your arm.
Heck yeah.
Your flesh starts to grow around it.
Ooh, dude, I get to be like Wolverine.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with that.
But
Yes,
yeah, they
exactly.
leave you in the cell again.
But yeah, once all the guards walk away and we've got a moment, I kind of hide myself over in the corner and start to free myself.
Hmm.
So
right,
why are all the names escaping me today? Oh my goodness.
Riggs, Hugo.
No, your name. God damn it.
Me,
Pot.
Cornelius.
Pot. Oh my god. Yeah. So Pod during this time was kind of looping in and out. So he actually comes back to consciousness, but he like doesn't know what has happened. So catch him up, please.
So
Ugh.
yeah, the jackal, while we were away, was able to break out of prison and then come back and take this whole fortress, and that was like 2 years ago now, apparently. So like Riggs and Hugo have been like imprisoned here by them for 2 years, and Jackal was able to like team up with this group called the Messengers, which are, we have no idea like who they are or what's going on with them, but they seem to have like an interest in like time travel, and the Rune of Knowledge, I think, is their goal. But they seem to be like aiding the Jackal, and that's how he was able to like take the prism.
Okay,
So it's super fucked, basically.
Yeah,
yeah.
we're doing great.
Okay, so
Yeah, and
we've been away for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, and Riggs is dying because of time travel stuff, and she doesn't have the rune anymore. So, yeah, don't know that we can do much about that.
So the rune, well, okay, so the rune was tied to Riggs and keeping her alive. The power of the rune.
Mhm.
And now, okay, and then now who has the rune? Do we know? The jackal?
We are not
Messengers.
sure.
The messengers
mean-
seem to have had it last, right?
Yeah, we just witnessed them like performing time travel, so they must have it like close by, I believe, because otherwise, like, I don't think they'd be able to do that without the rune. So, but I don't think the Jackal has it. I think it's the Messengers that have it.
One important note when you guys were watching her go back in time, she did not have anything on her except for the rags she was wearing.
Right. The
So
chick
she
that
didn't
went
have
back
a
in time.
focus.
She didn't have that, but I don't know why I'm so off today. I'm sorry. As she was getting her paint off, they handed her what appeared to be a bone. That's the only thing she took back.
Okay, so
What?
either she didn't have a focus or the bone was the focus.
Did we see the guy that like created the portal to send her back? The one doing the ritual? Did he seem to have the rune, or was it out during the ritual?
Yeah, so the rune is actually almost like this tiny pebble, essentially, and as you use it, you kind of like draw it all out almost as a string. That's why I've been referring to it as like the time stream. So like as you do the motion with your arms kind of like drawing it out from the pebble, that's when the time stream line appears and opens up the portal, the rift.
So we saw that the part of the rune is here in the pyramid.
Yeah, but you never had the whole rune. Riggs was always
Right.
drawing from that, and that's another reason why you had limited number of jumps.
Got it. Well, at least we know it's here though in this building. So yeah, as the group is catching up, Pot, I want to be in the corner of the cell and just start with the dagger, just start cutting the ropes off my wrists. free
Are you
myself.
like trying to hide it? Because the guards would be able to see you.
Are they like standing in front of the cell just staring at us?
They're not right in front of the cell, so like they can't hear you if you're like whispering and whatnot. But they're like looking across, so like they would be able to like they see you doing things, so they might see you.
I mean, could I like pretend like I'm looking over Riggs and just when my hands are behind her, or like hidden behind her back or whatever, I just kind of free myself.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I don't know if you want. Are you gonna keep your hands together, like you're pretending they're still together, or like, because if you suddenly have your
So-
arms, they're gonna see you.
So yeah, no. When I free myself, my plan, as soon as the ropes come off, I want to do a quick minor illusion to make it look like the ropes are still on me.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, you managed to do it.
Okay. And I leave the dagger behind Riggs's body, and all right, I'm gonna be using quite a bit of stuff here. Sorry. I'm going to use my psychic whispers, and
Oh wait, hang on. You can't use minor illusion because it requires material components.
bit of
Can I?
fleece. None of my clothes have fleece in it.
I guess. Sure.
Okay.
The rope would
Um,
probably count. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will, as soon as I'm done with that, I'll leave the dagger behind Riggs, just kind of hiding between her and the wall, and I establish a connection psychically with I can only do 3 right now. I mean, for now, I guess I'll do. I don't know. I would do it twice so that I can establish it with everyone, and just let everyone know that there's a dagger there if they would like to free themselves.
Yeah.
I'm looking for other things that I can, like assist the party with. There are how many guards outside this cell?
4.
4. If do 4 of these, and then there are 5 of us in this cell.
Well, technically 7.
Well, 5 of us who are combat ready. So like, I'll lean in and I'll say, if you guys want, I could warp all. Someone's going to stay behind, and I vote me. But like, I can warp all of you out of the cell. Actually, no, Varg can do it himself because he can misstep. Like, I can warp all of. I could get the rest of. I could get the rest of us out of this cell by vortex warping you guys. And then we would just have to neutralize the guards quickly.
Where are the guards like standing? Are they like
2
along
of them
this
are
hallway?
like along
or...
the wall that's facing the cells, and then 2 of them are near the exit.
Okay. But how close are they to the cell?
The 2 that are on the wall maybe like 5 to 10 feet away, and then the 2
Okay.
that are close to the entrance are like maybe 20 to 30 feet away.
Okay, my vortex warp range is 90 feet, so I could put
I
one
have
of you near every guard instantaneously.
So that was gonna be my question. Can you put us at like different places, or do we all
Yeah,
have to go to the same
well,
place? Okay.
I'm just thinking like it's gonna tap out all my high level spells, but I could just chain this all together and do it. I mean, I could in 30 seconds I could have all of you guys out of the cell, poised for combat.
Yeah, if we can get like warped like directly behind each guard, and we can just like knock them out or take them out.
I mean, if they set off alarm, we're fucked. But I don't. What do
Yeah.
you guys think with that?
Well, that's why we should try to take them out like before they can even react.
Yeah.
Can we
Just,
like rear naked choke, like teleport behind these guards and just
Kind
choke
of.
them out?
Yeah,
That's kind of what I'm thinking, man.
like slit their throats or whatever.
I love that George
the
is
2 that are across, they're literally on the wall, kind of. So like, there's not much space behind them.
What, like, I guess we'd have to do it to try, but like teleporting pot right in front of one of the guards, and then I punch them square in the face with a divine smite fist and knock them out. Would that be like something
I mean,
that could happen?
alternatively, I could warp them into the cell with us.
Ooh.
they'd have to save against it. Like so, like I like basically I could warp you guys for free, not for free, but like I could warp you guys out easier than I could warp them in.
Pot can Misty Step.
And Avarin can Misty Step. So like, so yeah, so I think we could very easily mobilize this entire group outside the cell in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Either-
if I would say if Evarin and Pot can Misty Step themselves like directly across, and then I
Right.
and like someone else get warped like down the hallway, we can just like knock these guys out.
I think we go for it. I think we have to get out of here. Either way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Hugo says, it's a good plan, but there's too many of them.
well, you don't know if you don't try.
I mean, what else should we do? Just sit around and wait? Like,
Yeah, it's like, all right, Huey, respectfully, I'm not going to take advice from the guy who's been in the cell for 2 years.
Well, maybe
How well has that plan worked out for you?
maybe brute force is not the best answer.
Well, waiting clearly is also not the best answer. Again,
yeah, I'm stupid, so
I
only
draw
have
I draw
brute
your
force.
attention to you in the cell for 2 years.
What if we tried to use the Forsaken against the messengers?
Why haven't you tried that before now? Would be my response to that question. Like, if that was an option, surely you would have already tried that in 2 years.
Well, to be honest, we didn't have much reason to do. We thought you had failed and
So-
perished.
So you guys just
You're just gonna
consigned
sit
yourself
here
to-
and
yeah.
die?
And there was basically 2 of us. And Riggs was not in great condition to do anything.
And to be fair, we did seem to start planting the seeds of sowing the seeds of discord, if you will, with the Jackal Boy. Oh, what do you think his name is? Do you think maybe it's like Mark or Dennis?
His name was Avery.
Oh,
Dude, these are lame names.
but either way, I think we started planting the seeds of discord with Avery and his messengers. I don't think it's a bad idea.
We can try.
I know you have experienced the jackal only in the post-plague time, but I hear he used to come from a pretty prominent family before the plague hit. The plague and time can be very cruel on different people.
I mean, do you have any more information on the jackal that might be helpful? Like, I don't know, just like details about him, or like that we might be able to use like to, I guess, better manipulate him or convince him that like he should side with us instead.
I don't know much other than his real name, and clearly you have killed his brother, so that might be an issue. But
Yeah, I sort of was getting the vibe that it was a lost cause.
until recently, I wasn't quite sure what the messengers were trying to do, but it seems like they may be connected to whatever this plague is. Maybe appealing to that side, to Avery, remind him what he lost.
And quick question. I wasn't around for the slaying of his brother. Why did you slay his brother again?
I'm sure he had it coming. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
I think-
they're both like murderous, like untrustworthy people.
Yeah, they were trying to kill us, and we didn't let them do that.
Yeah, like I don't feel bad about it at all. Like he got what was coming to him. Like he stepped to the wrong crew.
His
And
name was Brendan, and he called himself the Scorpion. So I think
Yeah.
that tells you all you really need to know.
exactly.
And there is an additional benefit that we may glean from this if we do get the Forsaken on our side in this quest, in that, like I mentioned before, we don't have any people left to defend us, and they were pretty much one of the biggest forces in the region. If we could get their protection and their people on our side, maybe it would be a great asset going forward.
Let me just say this. I've worked with zealot gangs before, and they're great protection, and maybe we do use them for that for a while, but you do need to be careful. They will turn as soon as they feel that they will get something out of it.
Well, what do we have to offer them?
We could bring their brother back
if they
Give it
would-
time.
If they would turn on us, then for the promise of wealth, then they'll turn on the messengers for the promise of something. At
Right now,
least.
I think the promise of, bringing about a lack of a plague and Avery and his brother not having to resort to a life of crime and warlordship might, be better than, it may not even cause them to ever exist if we're able to be successful, but it's a risk.
What if we tell him if he sends us back, we'll save his brother?
You
From us-
can't
from
save his
yourselves?
brother.
Well, we don't actually do it. We just tell them like, oh, we'll find a way to save you. We'll prevent your brother from dying.
Well, I mean, if we prevent the plague, then we'd never kill his brother in the first place.
Yeah, there we go.
Right, because they would never resort to a life of warlordship.
Yeah, I say we keep it vague. We say, listen, like if you assist us in getting back, like we'll make sure your brother survives.
Or we try the brute force option, but you, Lod, don't look like you are in the best of shapes so to fight.
No.
Oh, and you guys are also lacking weapons.
That's true.
Yeah, my spell selection is pretty limited without my components.
All you need is your mind. That's the strongest weapon.
If Aaron rolls his eyes at that.
All you need is to believe in yourself.
Yes.
The
All
power
right,
of
well,
Christ.
if we're
All
done
things are
with the
possible.
after-school special, let's see if we can get the jackal in here and convince him to help us.
Yeah.
Gods!
What do you want? Keep it
Water!
down.
Sorry. Can I have some water? And preferably if the jackal could bring it, that would be fantastic. I have a proposition for him.
Yeah, he does seem to make a very effective messenger, so of course he
Yeah.
would bring it.
What a bitch.
Do not talk, prisoner.
Oh,
Yeah,
what's good?
no,
Did they come
don't
in here and
talk.
stop him?
You want
If
water?
Aaron starts whistling the song that never ends,
Yeah.
and then when the guard looks at him, I assume, sharply, warningly, he just shrugs and says, "What? I wasn't talking."
God, we're getting shot outside the cell.
He rolls his eyes and begins to walk towards the exit.
Listen, I think
If Aaron whistles harder.
I think my goblin friend is due for another beating. Can you get the jackal?
Yes, I think we'd all like to see Silka get beaten up a little more.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting really mouthy in here. Who's gonna stop me?
But yeah, he walks out.
So now we wait.
Nailed it.
If there's nothing else you guys want to do in the meantime, he, in like 10-15 minutes, he returns with the jackal, and they bring you some water. And the jackal says, "What do you want?"
The question, sir, is what do you want? You want your brother back?
Nothing can fix that.
Okay, this is
We
already
can fix
sounding
that.
really hostile.
Nobody can fix that.
Dude,
You shouldn't have
you
taken
just
them
saw,
in the first place.
you just saw people traveling through time. You understand that's what was going on out there, right?
Okay, if
Maybe.
if I may, well, I am thirsty. Could you slip the water through the bars, please? I can't reach through.
They give it to you.
Thank you. I take a big swig. If I may, I don't think you and I have ever crossed paths until now, correct?
No, I don't recall seeing you.
I'm here by association. And truthfully, I'm just hardly acquainted with this group at the moment, but I do think I have a mutual proposition for all of us. I think it might
proposition?
be beneficial. Yes. Proposition. So, it sounds like my companions here in the cell with me, they, well, maybe, it sounds like they killed your brother. Yes, Brendan? Was that his name?
Yes.
Is that what you said? So, it sounds like they killed him for whatever reason they may have had. I'm not condoning one way or the other. But it sounds like the only reason any of this trouble started was because of this plague thing. Right? If I'm not mistaken, your name is... And please excuse me if this is not okay, but I know you go by the Jackal, but is your name... You're from a prominent family, yes? Avery? Is that correct?
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
It's a
But
shame.
yes.
That's a lovely name. No, but
I am Ajax now.
if that's what you would like to be called, sure. But Ajax, would you like to be able to go back to a time when you could be Avery? Before the life of, gangship and plague?
That was a long time ago.
Well, yes, I understand. That's not the question, though. Would you like to return to that with you and Brendan, side by side?
Just like his death, no one can fix that.
False. Not true. That stone, that rune that you gave the messengers, I don't know what they're using it for, but they're sending people through time. Whether it's forward or backwards, I'm not sure. But I know that this plague was caused by some fella named Vermin Timo Werner, something, Termo Valen.
Valen.
Yeah, him.
Tina Turner, right.
Yeah,
Tina
Tina
Turner.
Turner.
The plague was
And,
caused by Tina Turner.
And, well, I think so. This is gonna sound really weird, but when we popped out here, it's because we just came from a time travel trip where we met Termo before the plague, and he had bought this thing from, some gangs, and I think that's where it started from. We have an idea, and I think that the messengers may be a part of that whole thing. But there's nothing I would like more, and my companions would like more, than to go back and stop this plague from ever happening. And if that did, that would allow you, Ajax, to return as Avery with Brendan to a happier time. That is our goal. We long for a mutual outcome here. We don't want to be on opposite sides. We want the same thing. We want the past reverse. No more plague.
Do an insight check, and somebody else can do one too.
If that's not high enough,
I'll
I
do
will
it.
roll a d6 on top of it.
Well, I think you have to make that determination before.
Well, no, I'll let you read it to say, but when it fails, if you
Oh.
fail an ability check using a skill or a tool,
Oh,
you
okay.
can roll.
Yeah, so as you say that, he looks and thinks at you for a couple of seconds, and then he says, nice try, it's not gonna work for me. And he begins to walk away, but as he took a second, and as he said that, you could tell that he was kind of like, he wasn't totally dismissive, but like he was, you could tell when you used his real name, he was kind of like taken aback, and like he like kind of half considered it, but then like he like snapped back into it and like reassumed his persona, and then he said that and
Before
started
you-
walking away.
Avery, before you walk away, please just think about this. The messengers have been using you as a go-between, as a messenger boy. I don't think they're looking out for your best interest.
He pauses at the foot of the staircase, still facing away from you, kind of looks down into the side, like almost trying to look at you, but not quite, and then pauses for a second and then continues up the stairs.
Can I just call up to him, Jackal? What are you getting out of this? What have the messengers promised you?
He leaves.
Like what? Like I'm trying to figure out, because he seems like the beta here. So like there must be some reason that either they've controlled, either he's in charge, either they're in charge fully and he's just like, now they're bitch, or like they've promised him something. And I don't think we have any leverage inside this cage unless we can provide something better. So we need to figure out what the hell the nature of their relationship is. Are our guards messengers or Forsaken?
Forsaken.
Okay. I'll lean over to one of the closest one and I'll say, your boss sure doesn't like us, huh?
Quiet.
Yeah. It is pretty quiet. It's interesting though that you guys, this rough and tumble band of barbarians, would take orders from just these nerds.
I take orders from Ajax.
Well, and then he takes orders from the messengers. I mean, tomato. They're in charge though. In charge of you specifically. You are kind of their underling, their servant.
Not my
They're
concern.
henchmen.
Quiet, prisoner.
Yeah, like different words for what you do, but they're all kind of variations on, you're just kind of like the guard, you're like a bouncer.
He walks up to
Red
the
shirt.
edge of the cell.
I'm still saying it. I'm still saying at the bars. Just kind of like, must be hard for someone who is roaming the wastelands beforehand, taking whatever they wanted by the power of their fists, the strength of their will. But I mean, if this is what you wanted when, you woke up a few years ago and were like, yeah, I think I want to just be a guard, like in a dungeon somewhere for
He
like a bunch
punches
of.
you through the bars.
Cool. I will misty step like 1 foot to the left and to dodge it.
Arcana dexterity check.
Arcana and dexterity.
Average the two modifiers and just do one roll.
Arcana 7-5. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you step out of the way.
I'll do like a foot back out of his reach, and I will just keep talking and be like, yeah. So it just seems unfortunate that you're a guard now. And I mean, honestly, can't even punch a prisoner in a cell. Pretty bad guard. Well, I mean, what are you getting out of this?
He looks
this-
at one of your companions and says, "If you don't shut him up, I will slit his throat myself." And he walks back to the wall and stands.
You'd have to come in here to do it, and I don't know. There's only
Okay,
4 of you and a
Silky.
lot of us.
This
And
might not be
hard.
productive.
Pretty
Maybe.
funny.
I-
though.
honestly-
Scum.
Which I'm
Honestly,
getting.
I'm just done with this asshole. Like, yeah, you know what? Like, I'd like to see you try. You pissant.
God.
Tell you what, if you let us out, I can find a dictionary and I can read you what that word means.
Damn. He just stands there.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it. You're not gonna be able to figure it out from just thinking about it, buddy. Anyway, while I'm just standing here and you're just trying to figure out what words mean, it's interesting that you guys are just like here now. Like, do you guys ever go back out into the wasteland, or are you just like guards? Like, do you even have names, or are you just guards now? Or are you just like, hey, guard, fetch me this X, Y, and Z? Do they even refer to you as like, individuals? I mean, I wouldn't. Like, I don't. People as low down the food chain as you. Like, I mean, like, I don't even make eye contact usually.
They're just getting really annoyed with you.
I bet. So what is it? Is it money? Is it? It's not fame, nameless guard. But like, you must be getting something out of this. Like a roof over your head. Are you in your old age? Do you just want like a place to crash at night? Is that what this is?
They start taking the rummaging and they get the keys out and they start opening the cell door.
I'll take a step back. I'll just say like, yeah, come on in.
They open it and walk towards you and take you.
Cast magic missile at one of the guards.
I will magic missile also the guards. Yep. I will magic missile on the same guard, at level 3.
Oh, there we go. Why is
Your hands are tied up, so you can't do it because it requires semantic components.
Wait, our hands have been
Man.
tied this whole time?
Yeah.
Can I misty step out of my bonds?
I don't think that's how that one works.
Okay, well, can I move to grab the dagger? And
Yeah, I was gonna say like if they're coming into the shell, and
Cut my
I'm still
bonds.
bound. Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to roll initiative for that because they're walking in.
Let's do
are we
fucking
doing this,
shit.
guys?
Let's fucking do this shit. Fuck these guys. Honestly, at the very least, I want us to be back in the cell with the guards unconscious inside the cell with us. When the guy comes back, and just be like, "Fuck you."
Hugo does not appear like he wants to fight.
That's fine. I wasn't counting him as part of this anyway. I'll just turn back and I'll be like, "This is how you fucking escape a jail, you piece of shit."
I do the like whole Keenan and Kel. Here it goes.
Here he goes again.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that show in forever.
Wow, that's a fucking throwback. Yeah.
Deep cut, man. Deep cut.
Yeah, if I see them coming in, I will. I don't intend to fight just yet, but I do want to give myself mage armor.
I don't think you can.
We can't. Yeah. If we're all
Why
all
not?
bound.
I got out.
Yeah.
I cut myself free earlier.
Yeah, he's the only one
Yeah.
that does.
No, but that has a material component.
Yeah, he's cloth.
Mm.
So
Piece of
Cornelius
pure luck,
got
that's all I
out of
wear.
it. Yeah, he
That's
got
all
the
you wear.
knife, got out of it, gave us all the telepathic connection, and placed the knife behind Riggs and told us that we can cut ourselves out of the
Yeah.
bonds if we wanted to.
Oh hell yeah.
But I didn't do it because I think Dimitri was saying that the guards might see you, and Cornelius
Would-
didn't get detected because he casted minor illusion.
Yeah,
I
once
think-
I cut myself free, I minor illusioned ropes on my wrist.
If they're like coming in to beat our asses, how much time do we have to like cut ourselves free?
Probably
We do
a
like
round.
what Pirates of the Caribbean, like tossing the dagger to each other, cutting each other, right? Type stuff.
Probably like a round, so like one person maybe. But Is that what you guys are deciding? You guys are fighting, or what's happening?
I want to fight. I want to fight these guys. I want to just knock these 4 guys out, even if we can't get out of the cell. Stupid jerks.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess if you're fighting, then we are all gonna kind of get dragged into the
Yeah.
fight, huh?
No, I was like, they're
They
gonna kick
have
my ass.
no weapons, but I can fight them.
Let's do it.
I feel like there's no turning back at this point. That's why I haven't said anything.
They don't seem to care about the rest of you. They're just going towards Silky.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a dive. I'm gonna make a dive with
well-
the knife, then to cut myself loose.
Okay. All right. Well, let's whoever wants to fight, then roll initiative.
Yeah, Pot would definitely.
I want to put myself in there. I don't know that I'm gonna fight, but I want to put myself in there in case. Do you have an initiative tracker up, or do I need to wait?
Here it is.
Oh.
And to be clear, we've got nothing but like rags on, basically, like some clothes.
Yeah, they took your stuff away. Why don't?
But we're on full health, all that kind of stuff.
I'm not.
No.
I
And
am,
you
but
have at
no,
least 2
Silky's
levels
not.
of exhaustion.
That's true. This is not gonna go well.
We have exhaustion. Okay.
Yeah.
Some people do. I only have 1 level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
only
like
have
one.
one. Like if
I
nothing's
think I
changed from the
have
previous
more.
session, then I'd be full health with 1 exhaustion.
Full health being, though, probably less than your normal maximum because of those weird wraith guard things. I'm
Okay.
assuming. I know I'm less than
Nah.
max.
So they go first. They walk up to Silky, and they're going to try to butt you over the head with their swords.
Cool.
Uh, 1 second. Okay. So first one is an 18.
Oh, shield. Does not
They
hit.
have 3 attacks.
They each have 3 attacks.
Yes. The 2 others hit for the first one.
All right, I'm probably gonna go down. Doesn't matter.
2d6.
They beat a 19 on 2 hits.
Yeah, they rolled a 16 plus 7 and then a 20 plus 7, so actually a crit on the second one.
They're plus 7s. Okay, great.
I'm getting the sense that this wasn't the best idea.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I have 7 HP left, so I guess I will just go down.
Yeah, they knock you out. They don't kill you. They just knock you out.
Okay.
And then the other one says, keep his mouth shut. Rita, what do you do?
I have 2 levels of exhaustion. So does that what does that what is the difference between 1 and 2? I know that once
So
you're at 1.
at 1 you have disadvantage on ability checks. On 2 it's speed halved.
Okay.
Roll20, you can have an exhaustion tracker,
Yep.
and it shows you what effects you get for each level.
Oh, great.
If you click the little cog.
Where is that?
If you click the cog at the bottom of the sheet.
Yeah, on the cog, on the right column, like what, 1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5,
see. Cool.
6 up from the bottom of general options.
But yeah, the other guard doesn't attack once Silky goes down.
Perfect. I will go over and I guess pick up Silky and like lay him down in like a corner of the cell or something. I'm not gonna attack him.
Okay. Ivar, Cornelius, or Pot, you guys want to attack the guards?
Mm,
So who would be first? Let's Pot next. So
No, it would be Ivar first. Ivar and then Cornelius, then Pot.
I guess if they're not
I
coming at
don't-
us, then I won't.
wait, what?
Then I
Did
won't
you-
fight
Isn't
it.
it,
the-
isn't Ivarin 7.15? And
Yeah,
I'm
I think
14?
you did you order the tracker?
I did, but
There we go.
I thought
So it's me next because Silky's down. So Pot was going to throw like a punch if Ryder was going to attack, but seeing Pot, like you can see that Pot was about to take a step forward, like just a minute kind of movement, and throw like a left jab, but he sees that Ryder doesn't make a move, and like holds the punch. So he's like there with a right fist and left fist clenched, but just standing there, but not attacking.
So I guess Ryda would have gone before. I guess Ryda, if wanted to attack, she could have.
Exactly, yeah. So I think
Mhm.
Pot was waiting to see what the others would, well, based on the initiative, you know, like.
So yeah,
I don't know
Ryda, you
how
could have swung at before they attacked. Silky.
Oh, I see.
Oh, before?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the turn order.
Oh, I probably would have put myself like between them and Silky. And if they had come to like attack me, I would have like tried to slash at them with my claws or something.
They would tell you to step aside.
I would not step aside.
Then they would attack you.
Okay, so I guess I'll make a claw attack at disadvantage.
Okay, so then it would be a held action. I guess
Okay.
Silky, you're still up to whatever you were at before. So
I have a feeling this is still gonna probably end the same way. But
well, you already attacked, so yeah, go ahead and roll a reaction attack with claws. Oh, there we go. I don't know what. 11, no, 17. That's a hit, I believe.
isn't it disadvantage or no?
No, not yet. That's at level 3.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, so you got 17. That's a hit. So you do 6 slashing. Okay. All right, then if you were attacking them, they're going to actually use the blades of their swords. So 3 attacks on the first one. What's your armor class right now?
16.
16. So both 2 attacks for the first one hit. Going to do 11 piercing damage on the first attack. That was hit. And 14 on the second one. And then the second guard is still going to try and go through you and make 3 attacks against you. Hit, and hit. 12 on the first one, 11 on the second one, and 8 on the third one.
I'm going to use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs on that last hit. Why can't I make it show up? Oh, there you go. To make them re-roll to miss that.
Sure. So you don't take the 7, or they.
And I will give advantage to pot on your attack.
The two guards near the door also start moving towards the cell.
Cool.
So
So pot, you have advantage on your attack.
Alrighty.
I'm going to cast mirror image on myself. And then do you allow? No, it's firebolt's it's not a bonus action. Okay, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay.
So
Well, hang on. So you would have had to use your first. Oh yeah, I guess your attack would have been a disadvantage, right? But it's okay because your hands are tied. I forgot about that. So the first turn,
yeah.
you're probably gonna untie yourself, Silky. So.
Okay.
But I'll
Then
let you
fine.
use. I'll let you use. I guess I'll let you use the movement for that.
Yeah.
it's
Is
fine.
that a free object interaction to cut myself loose?
Not quite, but I'll let you do all this in one turn. So you cut yourself loose and then cast mirror image.
All right.
Okay. Pot, what would you like to do?
just as an FYI, everyone is under aura of protection.
Oh, very nice.
That's just running. So I don't know if that impacts anything that's happened. Sorry, I didn't bring this up earlier. It is saving throws. I think. I thought it added an AC, but I don't think it does. That's all that was there. So everyone's, I guess, whoever's within 10 feet, which I imagine everyone inside the cell.
Yeah.
Friendlies inside the cell.
How much do we get for your charisma bod?
Saving throw equal to your charisma modifier. My charisma modifier is
10.
Haha. 2. So +2 on saving throws.
Okay,
Nice.
Right
that's
there.
pretty cool.
What is I can't find an unarmed strike in the little like search thing up the top right.
Yeah,
it's
it might
one
not
versus strength.
appear. You might have to just search Google, or there's a Roll20 website.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
unarmed
hey,
strike is just a
1 plus your-
D20 plus your
What's your strength
strength.
modifier?
Yeah.
So D20 plus my strength is how much is to
Yeah.
hit, and then the
Uh-huh.
damage would be.
Unless you're
1 plus
proficient in
strength mod.
unarmed combat, which I don't know if you are,
I don't.
you would
I'm
add your
proficient.
proficiency as well. I think, given your background, I would say you are proficient in unarmed combat.
Proficient in.
So you
Okay.
can add your
Uh,
proficiency bonus.
Damage is 1 plus strength mod.
1
Correct.
plus strength modifier.
for
Okay, let
unarmed
me.
Strikes. Yeah.
So I am proficient in strength. So the damage is going to be 1 plus strength modifier. That's just the damage. And then, sorry, I'm trying to like manually do this. It's not the saving throw. How do I add this? Sorry, I'm such a noob. Attack is strength plus 0.
You can just click on strength,
Okay.
and then it will roll it for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is a miss.
So I'm at advantage.
Yeah.
I don't get any modifiers to that or anything, right?
I think it already did it, like the strength bonus and the proficiency.
You would get
Oh
a
yeah, the
+3.
4.
You would get a +3.
Oh
for-
yeah,
for
+3.
proficiency.
So I guess I don't know why it's not adding. Oh, because
So 12.
you could actually do it on the saving
Oh, my
throw
proficiency.
because the. Oh yeah, no, but yeah, you should regardless of your proficiency and skill saving throws, you should still be getting it. Okay, so it is +3, so 12, but that's still a miss.
Okay.
Do you have multi-attack yet?
I do. I have a second attack that I can do,
Okay.
so I can do another punch. And this,
Yep.
are we sure? So would the proficiency in unarmed add any modifiers to this, or does that just mean that it's an advantage if you're proficient?
No, proficient
really sure.
allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll.
Okay, which I don't think this is, right? Because it's only adding the attack roll, not the
Yeah, like you can code an unarmed strike in as a weapon. And
Yeah,
then
that's
you
what I was
can
trying
add
to
the thing to it, same as a weapon. But for now, just do strength roll, and then we'll just add 3 for your proficiency bonus as well.
Okay. 13,
Yeah. So
16.
the second one is a hit. Well, I don't. Do you have advantage on this for some reason?
Yeah, because I gave him silver
Silky
barbs.
gave me.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, you hit.
Okay. I am going to also Divine Smite this one.
Ooh,
Oh my god, divine fists! I love that.
Yeah.
So you,
Divine
this is literally
fist
like a
in the
Shoryuken
face.
type.
I should have also done my bonus action Vow of Enmity as well, which gives me that's advantage anyway. So I've already
Again,
got
we're
advantage.
forgetting about the
disregard.
tied wrists.
Oh, true.
But
Headbutt.
headbutt, sure, a headbutt. Why not?
A divine headbutt.
A divine
It's just as
headbutt.
improvised as an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
It's still an unarmed strike.
I will
Okay.
say again, you're proficient in headbutting.
Okay, just like striking like without a weapon, so like elbows, head, kicking,
Sure.
punching, that
And
kind
we'll
of stuff.
say, we'll say
I'll read this
D
out.
on the headbutt. Yeah, a D4.
A
plus
D4
the
for damage.
divines, yeah, plus the divine.
Okay, so we're divine headbutting here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, so
That is how
D4
you
plus
use your brain, kids.
so D4 plus strength, which my strength modifier is 4.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be roll D4
and then,
plus 4,
plus your divine strike
and
damage.
then roll. What is it? It's a 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm gonna burn a second level spell slot.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm going the first level because that would be my Misty Step going, and I want to hang on to that. 10, so 17 damage in a
Ooh.
golden headbutt.
In a golden headbutt, yeah. So a pod
Love to
just
see that
walks
happen.
over to the side and just like headbutts one, like misses, whiffs, and then like realigns himself and just headbutts the other one.
Yeah.
and he stumbles a little.
And the way that Pot walks over is almost like very casually. Like he doesn't sprint or aggressively walk over. It's sort of
It's like, hey, where?
yeah, just
He's
like
a
walks
casual
over like
dude,
he's in a
yeah.
pub, like some fucking thug in a pub just walking over to someone and just goes, oots, and just gets him with the head.
All right.
I love it.
Ivarin. Hands tied.
So I get to use my movement to untie myself. Was that the ruling?
Not quite. I mean, you can try. It would be like a dexterity check. If you want to try and wiggle out of them. But it would take an action.
Hmm. Let me take a look at this one. Let's see. No, but can't do that. I don't know. I don't think Avarin can really do anything at this point. I'll just go ahead and make the
Headbutt.
dexterity check
Okay.
and see what happens.
He's not inspired by Pot's magnificent headbutt.
No, not quite. That should have plus. Oh no, that's not a saving throw. Never mind. So yeah, there was my dexterity roll.
Why does my thing not automatically scroll down? That's really annoying.
I don't know. I'm having the same problem.
Yeah.
I thought that
Um,
was just me.
Yeah, I'm having the same.
Not quite. You don't manage quite to wiggle yourself out.
Ah, damn it.
All right, Cornelius. Also, I think you had disadvantage because of the
Well, it doesn't matter. I failed either
yeah,
way.
Yeah.
Does the dude that got a golden headbutt does he look still pretty healthy?
Yeah, he looks fine. He looks like he's been headbutted before.
Oh jeez. I I'll just kind of sit off to the side for now and try not to stir any more trouble. I'm gonna hold my action to toss a chakram if I need to.
Okay. Ryda, back to you.
I'm gonna claw attack again. And actually,
Okay.
I do have multi-attack, so I can do 2, I guess.
Okay.
Not that I think that's gonna matter, but...
Ryder attacks with one hand and then the other
So-
hand going, meow.
Still a disadvantage because you're tied up.
Oh, can I not be tied up?
You can try to wiggle out of it, but it's gonna take an action.
Okay, can I just, like, bite them instead? Or something?
Or like claw
Yeah,
them or
I
something?
guess since you're a Shen, you could try. I don't know what check this would be. I guess strength, mandible strength. Let's try that. Okay. But that's gonna take one of your 2 attacks. You managed to break free, but you lose an attack.
Oh, okay. Then just the 18.
Okay. Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Both of those hit if you're using one of those. Yeah. So go ahead. And
How much
roll.
are we gonna say a bite is?
Oh no! The first one succeeds to just you bite it off, like you bite the ropes off.
Oh, I see. Okay, then I'll
Yeah.
make a unarmed strike
Yeah.
for my second. Never mind.
Yeah, that one's a miss. That's a 3. Barely not a. Can you imagine rolling out on a bite? You just bite yourself. All right. Okay, so the 2 are going to attack you again, trying to get to Silky. So 3 each.
I'm sure they're gonna knock me out with one hit.
First one is a miss. Second one is a hit. So let's roll damage.
So they have to hit my They have to hit my minor image or my mirror image.
Also, want
so-
to point out that I guess the vibe of this, at least from Pot's perspective, is it's a little bit like a bar fight almost. Like we're unarmed, tied up. You know, it's not like swords drawn, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, they're not quite attacking you yet, but they do 10 damage onto Ryda.
I'm down.
Okay, they just they don't use lethal. They just bring you down.
How courteous.
So the first attack that hits me hits one of my doubles instead.
It's not. They're not attacking you yet.
Oh, that's just it. All right.
Now that she is down, he's gonna step up and use his last attack on you.
Okay.
So he has to make what is it?
He just has to try. If he actually meets my IC, he has to then roll to see if I hits one of my mirror
Oh,
images
okay.
or not.
He misses his attack. The second guy steps up, does 2 attacks against you. Miss, and the second one is a hit.
Okay, so then we use a 15 to redirect it towards a mirror image, which shatters.
Okay. The last attack he loses because he actually crit failed one of the attacks. The other 2 guards come in and attack Miles. Sorry, not Miles. Pot. What's your AC?
I don't know because I don't have my shield.
It should be.
And I don't have
whatever
the armor.
Your 10 plus your
Dexterity.
I've got
dexterity. Yeah.
yeah, but I've also got
What is it normally with your shield?
defense. Oh, it's
Yeah. What's it
okay.
normally with your shield?
Like normally with everything on 19,
19.
and that's
So it's 2 for shield,
Including
so
that.
17. And then what was your armor?
I've got splint. Do I?
Oh,
Where are we?
did they remove our armor as well?
Would you count this as armor, like clothing?
Actually, yeah, they probably would have left the armor on, unless it's like heavy armor. If it's like
It's
leather,
splint
they would have
armor.
let it on. Yeah, splints probably. Yeah, they would leave on. Heavy armor they would remove. So you still have 17.
All right.
Um,
Including the +1, yeah, because it's just the 2 without the shield, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Okay, so they make a
Cool.
total of 6 attacks against you.
God. Pot smiles as he sees this coming in.
Yeah.
3 hit. Yeah, 3 hit.
I'll silvery barbs one of those.
Okay, so 2 hit.
And then Pot will give you advantage again.
Do they see me smiling as they're attacking me?
I guess, but they're not really
Yeah.
reacting to it. They just like growl and swipe at you. But
Yeah.
from 2 attacks, total you take 21 slashing.
Okay, fine.
And then it's back to Silky.
I'm going to. Who's the most injured?
Ryda's down.
No, who's the most injured of these guards?
Oh, the 2 in front of you have been hit, but they don't look like they've been.
Is there one who's been bloodied worse? Like, who's the one that got headbutted?
The one to your left.
Okay, I'll magic missile him at 3rd level.
Okay.
So that's another D4. Is that the +1? Okay, so that's 9. It's 14 damage to that guy.
14.
Yep.
Okay. All right, back to Pot, the golden boy.
You still have advantage, bud.
Alrighty. Okay, so what can I do? So my hands are still tied, right?
Yes.
I mean, at this stage, the headbutts are working out.
Yeah.
The headbutts are working out.
Do it.
And they've taken like backpacks, like our bag of holding, like all
Yeah.
of that stuff, right? Like we're spell wise. What have I got? So I've still got that. That's okay. I can't bless because it requires 1 drop of holy water. I can't get Steedy Dan out because that takes 10 minutes.
There's
Okay,
definitely
I'm just gonna
not
do-
enough room in the cell for that anyway.
Pot is going to wind his head back,
For the
Uh,
headbutt.
look at the guy that he headbutt before, and go, apologies.
Apologies.
Yep.
And then headbutt
That's the
again.
swing. Yep.
All right. Yeah, you hit.
Doots. And we're gonna divine smite again, and that's going to be actually wait one. No, we are. I'm gonna divine smite at level 2, and that's gonna burn one of those. And that one is already burnt, so now I'm left with 1 each. So that is a 3d8.
Okay. So 17 again.
17 again, and then I get my
Like the movie.
next attack.
Yep.
Pot doesn't say apologies, but he looks at the guy and sort of like, like shakes his shoulders, kind of like, well, it is what it is, kind of like gesture. Goes again. 16. That
Hit.
was a hit last time. And then I can just do /R for the roll, right? I don't have to type roll, I think.
Yeah, but you can also click on string.
No, I mean for the attack I have to
Oh,
manually.
the damage, yeah. /R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7. It loves 7. Jeez. Roll. And then that's it. I'm not going to divine smite it. So
Okay, so
17 plus
24
7.
total.
Yep.
Nice. All right, Yvarin.
All right, well, Ivarin doesn't really have a whole lot to do since his hands are still tied. I guess I guess he's gonna try the Captain Kirk karate chop.
Okay.
On whoever's nearest, I suppose.
Yeah, the one.
So
The one on
so
the other side of
strength-
Silky.
strength-based attack.
Yep. Let's see the
You
wizard
just
do a
check-
strength-based roll.
I know, right? Let me just double check my
It's
proficiencies.
gonna be fine. Zoom
No,
right.
no, unarmed.
God damn it, Cornelius, get in here.
Yeah.
Still no, nothing.
Yeah, he's just like he doesn't quite know how to put his body behind this, so he just like basically like uses his like elbow to just like try and do that, and he just like misses.
Hey, at least it wasn't a crit fail.
Yeah. He's surprised at his abilities. All right, Cornelius.
Are they so like the cell? Sorry to have to make you describe this. How big is the cell?
The cell is about like maybe a 15 by 15.
Okay, so pretty much wherever I stand in here, I'm next to one of these
Yeah,
guards.
you're like tightly wound with everybody.
Okay, and they don't seem to be paying any mind to me right now.
No, you're not attacking them. They're not really paying much attention to either you or Varin or Hugo.
Okay, so I guess since I'm standing right next to the one, and he's not paying any attention to me, do I see like the his ring of keys?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 10. I imagine that fails, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and do my 16.
Oh my god. Yeah, you see one of the guys has a keychain ring around his belt.
Okay, and he's next to me and not really paying attention.
Yes.
Probably a stupid idea, but I think I want to try to, in the midst of all the chaos, I want to try to grab the key ring off his belt.
Do
Sure.
it.
Since he's not paying any attention, would this negate the disadvantage that I would have from
Sure.
exhaustion? Okay, is this a sleight of hand?
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 24. I can roll a d6 if that fails.
Okay. Yeah,
got-
you get it off his belt.
Okay. And so I get the key ring and then I pocket it and just kind of try to stay sitting back out of the way.
Okay.
Try not to
Right.
cause any trouble.
Hold on. Should whisper these to you.
Oh yeah, no, you're just down. No, you're not. Down.
Oh, right. That was like non-lethal. Yeah, I'm just napping.
Okay, 2 of them go for Silky again. 2 of them for my Pot. I keep doing it. I don't know why.
Oh,
One's a crit on Silky. The other one's a hit.
okay. So I will try and make that hit. The crit hit my. So the crit hits my mirror image.
Okay, how many do you have on those?
I have 3, so I have 1 left.
Okay, so the other 2 hit as well, but not a crit.
Okay. Then I
So
will
use
roll
the
again
last
to see
one.
if it. So that last one will. The last one will hit me instead of my mirror image.
Well, you
So
had
I'm gonna
3. You already used 1, and then you used 2 more this round, right?
What?
Because there's 3 attacks that hit.
The first one I destroyed my mirror image, and then the second one would have hit. I think it was 2 against me.
Yeah. So like the second one would use up your third one, and then the third hit would just go to you, right?
Yes.
Okay. 8 slashing on the last one.
Okay. What I was gonna say is I'm gonna use the silvery barbs to make them re-roll that one.
Oh, the attack.
The
Got
one that hit me. Yeah.
Got it. What's your AC?
AC is 14 right now.
They barely hit you, so 8.
Okay. Well, I am down, but I'll give advantage to Pot as I go down.
bitches. Okay, so against pot, miss, and a miss. But when Silky goes down, one of the other one says, "Now, stay down. We don't want to hurt the rest of you."
Bunch of bitches. Give us our
Pot.
weapons. We'll see if there's a fair fight. You fucking stupid back alley, goddamn low rent bouncers.
So, seeing Silky go down, and would you say that the Forsaken have gone to a like a low readiness kind of state? They're not fists up, like, you know.
They're still
like
like
they're-
fists up, but like they're not making out to attack anybody else.
Right. Sorry. Now that I don't have the
The, the
AI
Saturday
program.
biker
Yeah.
gang.
yeah, it's gonna get a bit noisy. That's why I've got like a hotkey for mute, so I'm like tapping it every time I'm not talking. I think Pot, noticing that they've sort of stepped back, they're not like pushing the aggressive, can see that the fight can end here, and clearly seeing that like Ryder's on the ground, Silky's on the ground. Pot is going to take a step forward as if he was going to throw another headbutt and stop. Stand, looking at them, and just say, okay. And kneels down next to, who would be next to me, Ryder or Silky?
It would be right on your right. And then
Okay.
Cornelius like in the middle of you two.
Okay, so Ryder's on my right. I'm going to kneel down and it's going to be a bit of a struggle scene. Like, Pot thinks it's going to look really cool, like kneeling down and doing a little bit of lay on hands on Ryder. But in fact, he kneels down, goes to touch Ryder with his hands, but realizes his hands are bound and he just can't reach like Ryder's body. So it's like this awkward kind of shuffling on the ground while he turns like his back to Ryder and like tries to poke with the finger.
Mm-hmm.
And pokes Ryder's body with one of his fingers and heals Ryder for 10.
Okay. Ivarin.
Thank you.
I mean, are we still technically in combat at this point, or
Yeah,
'Cause
I
they're
was
backing
just
off,
seeing
right?
what you're doing.
okay? Yeah. If they're backing out, then I'll just stay where I'm at, not do anything.
Okay. Cornelius.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of bagged myself, into the corner over by Hugo and Riggs, and just, as my hands are still together, pretending like I'm still roped, and just, I'm like, I'm just a frail old man, not here to fight.
Ryder. You're up at 1.
No, I'm up at 10.
Oh, 10?
I was just like at 0 when they put me down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much.
And I
is-
healed for 10.
Oh,
yeah.
you healed for
Yeah.
10. Okay, yeah. You're at 10.
Yeah, I'm
but
feeling
you're
great.
prone on the floor.
If I would see that they are not like actively advancing anymore, I would wait. If they show that they were gonna like keep attacking, I guess I'm holding my action to
Okay.
attack them.
All right, so then they start backing out. The guy reaches for the keys on his belt, notices that they're not there, and then he looks at you and says, "Who took the keys?"
Who, like looked
looks
at
at
who?
Everybody.
Oh,
Pot like turns around and shows his hands. He's like, nothing here, like wiggling his fingers.
Yeah, Ivarin shows his hands are still tied, and like there's nothing in them.
Shall we repeat this whole process, or will you give it back?
Are you sure they're not, You haven't left them
Where's
outside?
the last place you saw him? Yeah, exactly.
I put them on my belt after I opened them.
Oh, I'm unconscious. I don't actually.
I mean, we were fighting this whole time.
Did you though? Like maybe you remember wrong.
Okay,
Was it-
they enter the room, start looking around on the floor.
Can I roll? Can I try and like, not? I don't know if it would be a deception check or something, but just like persuasion maybe, to persuade them that perhaps they did leave them, like they've left them out of the cell somewhere.
Persuasion check.
Um,
But he just
Can
literally
that-
used them to enter the door, so I don't know if
Maybe
they
he's
would ever
really
be that
stupid.
stupid.
True. Yeah.
can I
21.
I don't think that he would be that stupid. Like,
He could like
yeah.
Can
maybe roll in that one or something.
Maybe he left them like they dropped out of the cell. Or
Yeah.
something.
Can-
Maybe
Yeah,
in the
can-
scuffle they got knocked away.
Like they're looking
Mm.
around the floor, and they're not finding them, and then they go
So-
back to you and say, "Hand him back."
Hmm.
We're gonna search
as-
each one of you.
As Pot was talking to them and they were searching around the floor when their back is to me, I would like to minor illusion what looks like a set of keys on the outside of the cell.
Oh.
But when they pick them up,
They would have to step out of the cell first.
okay, sure, yeah, they step out of the cell, pick them up. Notice that they're not real.
And we close the gate and lock it.
With the keys that you stole.
Yes,
I
we've
love
locked
this
ourselves
plan.
in.
This is an interesting choice.
I
Damn, if only we.
don't think they would let you near the opening, because there's 4 of them.
I thought there was just the 2 there.
No, there's 4 in the cell. The other
Oh.
2 guards from near the entrance, they came over as well when you
Oh, I-
started fighting them.
I somehow missed that. My bad.
Yeah, because 2 were attacking Raiden and 2 were attacking Pot.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I think in that case, then just I'll just as they're still looking around, or they walk out to get the whatever. I'll kind of like bend down and just like start like patting my hands on the ground and still keeping them together, like they're still tied together. And I'll just slide the keys out and say, I think they fell over here somewhere. Are these it? And I'll hold it out to them.
One of them walks over to you, snatches them, looks deep into your eyes, doesn't say anything, turns around and leaves.
You're welcome.
And he closes the cell behind you.
Nailed it.
And Silky comes back with 1 HP.
Good job, guys.
Everybody
God.
We
can
really
have,
pulled that one off.
Well, I feel a lot better.
Everybody can have 100 XP for their efforts.
Puts that
And
totally
for their valiant effort. If you went down in that fight, you gain another level of exhaustion.
Great.
Excellent.
And we're gonna take a break.
I'm now
Restroom
at
and
3
food
levels.
break,
We're all gonna fucking die.
and we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere.